wishes. If that's what you want. For peace, of course. Let's go. Say night-night! Orders from me? Let's dream. Yeah. All right, best wishes. I'm listening. I'll do my best. Yes, let's go. For peace. Time to sleep. Yes. Let's go. All right. Orders from me? Best wishes. If that's what you want. Of course. I'll do my best. Yeah. Let's go. I'm listening.
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem Clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes, this time taking on the pair of Thorr and Eitri on their collective Mythic Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. So this is actually, we've only had this once before where we had two Mythic/Legendary heroes drop at the same time, and they're going to have like a combined challenge map together. So we have not one threat, but two threats, right, on the battlefield. But that being said, really not all that bad as far as an overall challenge and difficulty. Let's take a look at Thorr here first. Naturally impressive stats other than the speed, and she doesn't really need the speed because she does get a guaranteed follow-up attack on the basis of her weapon. She has that bonfire ready to go with that 53 defense that is definitely going to hurt. And she has the Flow Guard, which does allow her to inhibit your ability to gain special charge once she's attacking into you. Worldbreaker is a game changer in some ways. It does provide a increased special charge for her as well as allies within 2 spaces. However, the AI isn't really equipped to understand or utilize this in a very efficient or effective way. So at least on this map, it doesn't end up being a huge component to it, I feel. They added Deflect Magic. One of her weaknesses is that she is susceptible to ranged attack. She doesn't have Distant Counter built in or anything, so Deflect Magic is going to allow her, with her hefty HP and formidable defenses, mixed defenses at that, she's probably not going to get one-shot in most cases, so if you're relying on the double to do that one-shot, the Deflect Magic is going to kick in and help her out on the sustain front of things. Eitri here also has a set of very impressive stats. Look at that attack stat. Even her defenses, again, are formidable. And her strategy, more or less, is going to be to use that offensive power alongside Dragon Fang as her special to deal tons of damage. She has Divine Recreation as her own B slot, which actually provides her some damage reduction on both enemy and player phase, and then she gets to retaliate with additional damage based upon the damage that she reduced. So that ultimately means that if she attacks into you and you retaliate and then she doubles, which she will because her Grimbroker does give her a guaranteed follow-up attack, she's going to take all that damage that she took or some of the damage that she reduced and throw it back to do even more damage on the follow-up attack. That also works on enemy phase, so that if she tanks a hit from you and she has the opportunity to retaliate, she's going to take that damage that was reduced and stack that onto the damage she's dishing back to you. And they did give her Hardy Bearing here on the seal to ensure that she does take advantage of that. That way you can't Desperation her or you can't Vantage her and avoid the whole damage reduction and bide back mechanic entirely. Fairly large open spaces on the map composition. You have some shrubbery that can inhibit or funnel some of the cavalry. You have this pillar up here, pillars over here. You have some gaps over on the side here. So as flyers, naturally, we can take advantage of some of the positioning strategies that will afford us the opportunity to funnel the enemy in an advantageous position for us. Enemy troop composition tends to be a nice medley of weapon types, movement types, and ranges and colors, so certainly things to watch out for with the overlapping danger ranges. And with the reinforcements, they do actually come in from behind, so they will spawn right next to you. Features a number of different archers, there's an armor that appears. We'll go over those certainly more in depth as the turns come in. But let's take a look at the Camilla team that we brought with us here.
Alright.
First up, we got Vanilla Camilla. Didn't have to change any of the kind of default kits that I run in with blind on a challenge. So we got Vanilla Camilla, Summoner Support, plus 10, 15 Dragon Flowers, has dual assets of attack and speed. Great to finally be able to give that to her. Has her native Camilla's Axe with special refine, reposition, Draconic Aura, distant counter, guard bearing, hone flyers, and mystic boost for the seal. We've got Holiday Traveler Camilla merged at plus 10, 10 Dragon Flowers, speed asset, has sling edge plus with attack refine, reposition Gale Force, sturdy impact, desperation 3, goad flyers, and heavy blade 3. Adrift Camilla plus 10 and 10 Dragon Flowers, attack asset, has Summoner Support. I probably should have built that up and worked on it, but I will after this map. So Book of Dreams, her native weapon, reposition, Draconic Aura, attack res bond 4, desperation 3, goad flyers, and attack speed bond as well. And finally, we have Brave Camilla, Light of Nor Camilla merged at plus 10, 15 Dragon Flowers, a dual asset of attack and speed. Has her native Sangreather with the special Refine, Rescue Plus, Miracle, attack speed push 4, Wrathful Staff, Goad Flyers, and Renewal for the seal. So these tiles over here are actually a great engagement point for the enemy. You'd be able to tackle both the Red Flyer and the Blue Mage over here, and as long as you have a strong blue, be able to take both of those out handily. That's certainly one you could engage up here on the left side, and it almost feels like these are the troops that are dedicated to Thor, and these are the troops that are dedicated to Eitri. But what we're going to do, we're going to first use Brave Camilla to take out the Axe Cavalier, and that is going to put gravity on the Blue Lance Flyer. So that's going to reduce their approach, and that's going to make this tile now only susceptible to these 2 units because we took out the Axe Cavalier here. So I'm just going to move Vanilla Camilla up here to take on both of the ranged troops. She has Guard Bearing, so that is going to allow her to take significantly reduced damage against the Red Flyer. Take them out, and then also take out the Blue Mage as well with a Draconic Aura proc. Got some reinforcements. What would an Abyssal map be without a healer, right? So we've got a Cleric over here with Flash Plus, also has Rescue Plus. Pretty formidable defenses. Look at that 50 res with the Fortress Defense res 2. And she ends up being a good support with the Windfire Balm Plus, the Chill, the Double Chill, and the attack speed gap as well. And over here we have a Sword Knight with attack defense near save 3. So obviously this unit is intended to work together with Eitri to prevent anybody from just using melee attacks on Eitri and leaving her kind of defenseless and unable to retaliate against those physical attacks. The Sword Knight's going to come in handy for her there. And you got some other reinforcements down here. You've got a red Fafnir and a red Flyer as well. So my strategy here was really just to take out the nearest threats on closer to my side reinforcements-wise, not really worry about the threats down the rest of the map. So we're just going to use Brave Camilla to take out the red Flyer here. And that is going to put her into position so that Adrift Camilla can get all of the bond buffs and take out the Lance Dragon as well. While I'm not too worried about the Fafnir, it would be nice to chip her down on this turn, and not only that, get some charge, get some special charge on the Gale Force. So we're just going to leave New Year's Camilla here to enemy phase that Fafnir. Shouldn't have any issues with taking the hit. She's going to retaliate, get that Gale Force charge for the following turn, which is definitely going to come in handy. And we've got some troops funneling down on the left and right hand side. Of particular note, we have a blue bow on the right side, so of course my flyers are going to be susceptible to that effective against flying foe damage, has Spendthrift Bow Plus, as well as attack speed form, so very speedy, high damaging unit. At this point, I just want to worry about Thor's troops, so I'm going to go ahead and take out the Lance Dragon here with Adrift Camilla, with a Brave Camilla, I should say, and take advantage of the pillar here to kind of hide behind a little bit and use as a cover. And that is going to inflict gravity on Thorr, which is going to slow her approach. We are now going to finish off the red Fafnir by using Adrift Camilla. There we go. We're also going to have our nice Draconic Aura special charged and ready. And we're just going to wait in T formation over here, give everybody the Hone Flyers buff. We've got New Year's Camilla with the Gale Force ready for the following turn as well, so that's very nice. And then on this turn, we've got a reinforcement of the Bow Flyer in the corner here. Interesting kit with the Rainbow Plus, as well as the Trace skill for that Kanto and Mystic Boost all in one. And naturally, again, effective against flying damage, so we do want to eliminate her. First thing we're going to do, though, is actually take out Thorr. We're going to use Adrift Camilla with all of the buffs and supports that she has to proc that Draconic Aura and take out Thorr in a single hit, not even having to worry about the whole damage reduction on consecutive magic hits. We're going to use New Year's Camilla to just take out this Bow Flyer, not even have to worry about her on any successive turns. Gale Force is going to proc, which will let me move her out of the way so I can reposition Adrift Camilla to safety. And then I'm just going to let Brave Camilla sit pretty over here. We're going to bait the Cleric into attacking with the flash effect. That doesn't really bother us too much because we don't have to enemy phase on this turn. So really, more or less, doesn't really have any impact on our strategy. So they're making their approach, and this is where we can do most of our cleanup. We're going to go ahead and attack into the blue bow with New Year's Camilla here, double, and do some decent damage. And in the process, that does give us a little bit of advantageous positioning and support for Brave Camilla to actually take out Eitri on one turn. We're going to player phase Eitri, take her out here. That is wonderful. And at this point, we're going to finish off the blue bow with Vanilla Camilla, and then use Adrift Camilla to take out the Sword Flyer here. Now the Cleric is here, and she's going to attack. She's not going to do a lot of damage. She doesn't have Wrathful on her, so don't really have to worry about that. And again, the Flash doesn't really matter because we're not enemy phasing on this turn anyway. Now we're just going to mop up. We'll use New Year's Camilla to take out the Cleric here. Not a problem, easy peasy. And now we're just going to use Brave Camilla to finish off the Sword Knight here, who's all by themselves, trudging along. So there we go, that is the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to clear the Thorr and Eitri Mythic Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up employing for this Mythic Hero Battle Abyssal challenge. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.